YouTube? It is your favorite gamer here, Above Average Cody, and welcome into part 1 of our full gameplay analysis of the grand final of Halo Infinite, the World Championship, Optic Gaming versus C9, guys. Today we'll be covering the first 5 maps leading up to CLOUD9 resetting the bracket, the post-bracket reset, the 4 games that Optic went on to win, will be in part 2. So, guys, a lot of maps to cover, a lot of gameplay to cover. There's going to be a bit of a longer video, so you'll be able to find all of the timestamps for each map down below in the description. So if you'd like to bounce around a little bit, you'll be able to do so through way of timestamps for each map. But without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. We've got a lot of gameplay to analyze here for you today. And going into map 1 here, guys, they started off with CTF Capture the Flag here on Catalyst. Optic does go on to win this map, so let's really focus in on how Optic chooses to play this and how they get the upper hand on C9. Now, one thing to remember here, guys, is C9 is coming off playing a lot of matches through the losers bracket to get up to Optic. Optic's really just sitting around waiting to see who they were going to play, so Optic does come into this series a little bit colder. Now, diving right in, guys, Cloud9 actually starts off pretty hot. You saw them take down Trippy trying to grab the OS. We see Penguin with the OS. A very common strat with OS here is to just really grapple through and be a distraction for the enemy team. And he actually gets backsmacked there pretty easily, and he gets taken down basically instantly. Now, Formal flying up with the grapple. Very good fryer here on Optic. Obviously, guys, most of the team is good fryers. Tries to get away, but just runs into 3 of them. The biggest thing is how fast the pros play. We talked about this in our analysis of Optic winning Orlando. Pro play very, very fast, guys, and the way these teams collapse is very impressive. So Formal going down there, running into 3 of them, just very quickly he went down. Now, Eco moving up. He sees the fights going on the left side there. Cloud9 actually finds most of these wins, doing a great job of really just figuring out where the Optic players are. Eco, amazing job living up. He could have died there. He could have maybe gotten the trade. He didn't have to. He just backed out and let Penguin pick up the kill. But really how slow it took them, or how long it took them to get to that flag grab, Optic was able to spawn up and get a lot of the kills here. Now, Bound trying to slow down the people pushing up to the flag. And right here, he is doing what we call baiting the flag. He knows he's alone. He knows he doesn't have a lot of help. So he's literally just going to leave the flag there, keep them off of it, try to put in whatever damage he can. And he does a decent job for a little bit there, but obviously they push in and eventually kill him. Now we have Formal up here protecting the flag. We actually have Trippy on the flag run with the skewer in hand, but 2 C9 players running into the base. So really not a whole lot going on here, guys. 2 very good teams. You hear the announcers say it over and over. They very much respect each other's gameplay. C9 knows that Optic likes to play slower on a lot of these maps, so they're going to try to push the envelope and move fast. But both teams being very, very, very careful with the slays and not too OE. That's why you saw it take so long for them to really get this good flag run. But Bound, very good flag run right here. Gets the cap relatively uncontested. We see a 1-for-1 trade in the kill department there. So now we're back into it. And obviously, to prevent a counter cap, C9 is going to push out of their base and try to keep Optic really in mid-map, because that's how you win CTF, guys. You win the fights mid-map, then you move up and you win the fights in the enemy base. So Optic's trying to move up to the enemy base, C9 trying to move up to the middle of the map, and you see the trades actually end up going Optic's way. Nearly all of the fights going Optic's way. C9 is 3 down, so APG is going to pull the flag here. He's going to pull it right to Lucid, who's covering him over the top. Relatively textbook flag run so far. He's going to run it to the left side there through grass. He's going to go low. He's going to make sure to grab their repulsor on the way by, something nobody ever does, guys. Focus your equipment, especially when it comes up, especially when you're doing something like running the flag and come in very clutch for either grenades, enemies pushing you, or any of the sort. Right here, it comes in handy on Bound. He's able to repulse him away, eventually get the kill. He knows Penguin's going to be moving up on the flag. Repulses him off the flag. Unfortunately, the repulsor does also push the flag away, so it helps them get the return, and now we're back to really a stalemate here. Again, a 1-for-1 trade. C9's actually 2 down right now, but everything's really smooth. Goes back to being relatively quiet. Lucid just trying to play his life, being careful. APG is able to get the kill on Stellar over the top there. He gets the melee in on Bound, and then APG gets the kill on Bound. It's just trades, trades, trades. Again, guys, both these teams very much respect each other's gameplay, and for C9 Catalyst to be the first map, it was very much of a crapshoot, if you will. Because, again, the fries were pretty even throughout here, because if you look on both sides of the map, or both teams here, it's very, very even. You guys can't see the C9 because it's behind my webcam, but they're 5, 10, 7, 8 in the kill department. So very even here. Penguin trying to force it in the base, but he is dealing with 2 Optic players, so they get the kill and they get the push. They're able to take down, I believe that was, I'm not sure who just went down there for Optic, but Lucid's going to continue this flag run, guys. But the biggest thing and why they're playing so slow is CTF, you get punished very, very quickly for one little mistake. So Optic, very, very smart. They waited for C9 to make the mistake. You're going to see Lucid, amazing lie in wait here. He's going to wait till just before his shields recharge. Little ballsy play there, but he knew he had teammates covering over, so he went through, got the cap, easy. Optic's able to tie it up 1-1. Now, again, Optic's going to get out of the base as quickly as possible. At least a couple of them are. Because, again, mid-map control, guys, that's what you want in CTF. Lucid going to fly forwards pretty quick on Eco here. Doesn't really have any help until Formal moves up on the left side, gets eyes on over the Balk. So while those two are looking down at Spike to look for Lucid, Formal just creeps right in on their Balk and is able to pick up the kill from the side. Bound, very, very good kill here on Formal, but Trippy's able to trade him out almost instantly. Trippy gets it off the stand, but he's smart. He backs up. He fights a little bit. Ends up going down to Eco's grenade there, but it gives enough time for Lucid to move in and try to put in some damage. Not really a great push, but again, guys, you want to keep that enemy in the base as long as possible. So even though they're losing the fights here, they are losing the fights in enemy territory. So even though it may allow C9 to move up to the middle of the map, guys, it's really not going to hurt them too much in the long run. They are down 1-2 now, however, so they want to try to keep the pace here. But again, C9 also wants to push the pace, so they're moving up. That's why all these fights are actually happening in the middle of the map currently. And now APG, I said this in yesterday's video, guys, played amazing throughout this whole series. Very much doing well in this game as well. Doing a great job living here. He knows somebody's in the base. He's going to sneak up on him. And I believe he's able to pick up the trade. Yes, so he trades there. Lucid gets one down on Bound. And Lucid able to get 2 kills there. So now it is 3 down for C9. But sadly, he's able to get traded. So now that leaves Trippy up with 2 respawners for Optic. Trippy doing a great job of just sneaking into the base here. Put some damage in Stellar, who he knows is in no man's land, really. And now Trippy basically has the base to himself. Gonna have Formal pull that flag. Trippy in a good place to pounce on anybody that may challenge Formal. And now they're just sending it right through here. I'm not sure if Formal screwed up the flag grab there, or if he was just peeking before he took the flag too far, which either way, the latter was a very good play and a very big brain play by Formal, and it worked out there. So now they're trying to get back on that flag. Formal repulses it, but sadly they barely get the reset there. So now they get their return because they did end up winning all those gunfights there. And now we're back to the classic stalemate as mentioned. Starts putting in damage there. Formal was already in the base waiting for another flag run here. Trippy unfortunately loses that fight, so Formal intelligently is going to back up, just put in some damage. And now Bound rotated out, so he's going to give that flag a little bit more of a tap. And he's going to hope that APG is able to get over here, but sadly, he's 1 second too late. But APG with the triple kill. I really wish they were watching APG's POV there. APG sending the flag, full run. He's got plenty of homies with him. Easy cap here, right here. And there you go. He barely gets it before he goes down. Might have gone a little differently if the flag cap does not go through before he goes down. But it's hard to say because as you can see here, Trippy and Lucid there are going to pick up all the kills in the base. Stellar is going to intelligently try to back off, not only because he's taking damage and his teammates are going down, but he tried to back up for that OS, which he does end up dropping there on the bridge. Now Lucid, great gunfight on the Penguin there, ends up getting traded out. The biggest thing with the pros, guys, is lots of trades, and that's really what sets them aside. Again, it's not just the aim, the collapsing, the movement, but a lot of just watching each other's angles and always moving to where the gunfights are happening. Eco, unfortunately, goes down right there trying to live up. Stellar as well, about to go down by the hand of Lucid. He's doing a good job of trying to stay alive, but he's throwing himself back and forth. Ends up right back where Lucid was looking in the first place. Now they know they're missing one. They're missing Bound. Over on the opposite side of the map, but they can just leave him there because they're pretty confident he's alone. They have 2 here in their eyes in middle map. And now they're just going to carefully play around it, pick up the kills, and just be sure not to go down 2-3 in this CTF here. Because, again, they're fighting a little bit from their base, but they're keeping C9 at bay. Problem is they can't keep this up forever, so eventually you're going to see one of them try to rat around and try to move up into the base, which is what APG is currently doing. I believe they are going to pull that flag off the stand right here. Not quite yet. APG is actually going to move up and try to get the flank on the C9 people over there, but obviously they end up killing APG, but by now they have 2 people posted up back in the base there, and they're just going to win those gunfights. And now we're back to, yes sir, the stalemate. Again, the team's just being very respectful of each other's gameplay, and not, again, it's less strategy in CTF and more waiting to see who makes a mistake. Because, again, you can get punished very easy. Lucid moving up, he's going to put damage in, but see, he's not going to go in and go pull that flag. Because pulling that flag at the wrong time solo could be the domino that falls and leads to Optic falling behind here. Stellar pops an OS, no problem. He's got the OS, he's got the skewer, and now he's going to move in, see if he can get a shot. They know they're spawning back base, so they're going to move in and try to collapse on that. Stellar, working off comms. He knows roughly where they are, but not exactly, so he's kind of just clearing out where to find them. 2 go down for C9, so now he knows for sure where they are. He gets able to get 1 kill there, but obviously traded out. So now we got 1 spawning back in the base for C9, and we have 2 up. 3 up now, and then 1 goes down. Right now, Optic just winning the trades mid-map. Trippy able to grab Skewer here. I believe he gets trapped in a bad spot down here. I'm not really sure what becomes of this. Yeah, he gets trapped around the side pillar here, and I believe he gets clipped by one of the grenades coming through here. But so they'll go down 1. Just really fair trades all around. APG doing a good job dancing there with Eco. And really each team just waiting for a chance to make a move here. Formal on the flagpole again. He tries to do a slick grapple here and just barely gets clipped. If he does that at a slightly different angle, I think he gets away with that. How that flag run goes, if that happens, I don't really care to speculate. But it was a nice little heads-up play because Formal knew the enemies were flying in the base, so he was going to try to do the very fast grapple slide to try to get away with it. They got Eco pinned. Penguin coming to help Eco here. Very pivotal gunfight right here on the left side of the map. Trippy backs up to try to help out because Stellar, of course, is in their balk side of their base. He's chilling. He's trying to live. Bound watching over the top. Bound absolutely skewers Formal into oblivion. And Bound, just a great shot, great movement. Very scary guy to have pushing your base with the skewer. He did not know Formal was going to get that spawn. He gets pinned. He's forced it back up to his homie Eco here. Now Eco's going to move up, put in some shots. Bound's going to regen, and then they're going to push up together. And there you go, guys. I told you it was going to be a lot of stalemate. I told you it was going to be a lot of trading. So here we go into OT, tied up 2-2 was the finished score of regulation. And now into OT, guys. You're going to see Optic here impressively wins a lot of the gunfights at the start. Lucid able to pick Penguin there on the left side of the map. And now they're posting up. They're going to try to secure this OS or get the kills they need to push into the base here. Bound goes down. And here you go. He's got the OS, guys. They're pushing this left side heavy. They know they have the advantage, even though Formal goes down. That OS basically almost counts as an extra player. Trippy, very good shots in on Penguin. He knows Eco's there. He's got one on his left. I'm not sure if he's aware of it. He did hear the slide there. Able to kill Bound there. And onto the pole. APG is able to get the kill on Eco. And as you'll see here, guys, they pretty much just send this right across the map. They know there's not going to be much contest, so it's just off to the races. They're trying to get shots in across, but it's really already too late. Lucid's going to push out and meet him, but it doesn't even matter, guys. There's the final cap. Optic wins map 1 in OT. Pretty reasonable fashion. Not a lot of, insane strats there, guys. Just 2 teams. Very good gameplay. Very much respecting each other. And now we'll get on to map 2. And now, guys, map 2, we are going to Streets Slayer. This one was very, very interesting because, again, Optic likes to play slower, especially in the Slayer game modes. And C9 very much played that game with them, and then when they were ready to go, they put their foot on the gas and really just put Optic in a blender. That's at least how the latter part of this game goes. So here we go off the start. Bound flying into ATM. Easy back smack there on Trippy, but gets traded out. And then Stellar also goes down to Lucid. So right now, Optic winning the trades, obviously up 2-1. Penguin anchoring C right now. C spawn back tram. He does have the stalker rifle, very much a power weapon of sorts. And now we got Formal with a full spanker here, trying to move in where he knows they're spawning. Easy kill on the Penguin, of course. Grabs that stalker rifle, pockets the extra rocket, and just waiting for an opportunity. I said this in yesterday's video as well, guys. How patient the pros are with rockets is just amazing. Granted, it does not always work out, but a lot of times it does. He sends that one. Formal very much starts to feel the pressure there. I don't know if I agree with his push out to ATM, but he was trying to get that kill before he got traded out because he felt that the team was surrounding him. He was very aware in that situation. That's why he sent the rocket maybe a little bit too early. APG gets a nice kill on Penguin there. Very much just chilling. They're trying to figure out where the spawners are coming in, and then they will try to collapse, hopefully, or just hold angles. APG, very smart place, just hanging out here, trying not to be seen. Really watching the flank here and looking for a pinch. And as you can see, guys, respect APG's game. A very impressive thrust gunfight win there on Stellar. Bound the very nice nade to trade him out because obviously call-outs, guys, they know he's over there now. But it was worth it in terms of if you let Stellar get through there and get behind the team, it goes much more catastrophic. Optic now sitting on a 10-8 lead. Still stalker rifle in the pocket. And they're just kind of hanging out, waiting for C9 to make a move. But as mentioned, they fed off Optic's slow group-up play style very well, guys. Kind of trying to wait for Optic to make a move. Got Stellar here B. They're kind of just taking turns putting in damage on Formal. But with that stalker, it makes it very hard. Everybody spread out, trying to post up, get the upper hand on the spanker there. And Formal really just watching over it with the stalker rifle. Penguin slides in, tries to get the grab. And they very easily just double-team him and take him down. Bound sneaks up on the side, gets a couple kills. Stellar able to get the rockets. Again, feels the pressure, so he sends them quite quickly there. But regardless, they are able to pick up the kills. Now they're in control of the stalker rifle. They don't have to worry about Optic having the rockets, which leads them with a 14-11 lead once Penguin gets that kill onto APG. And as you can see here, guys, as I mentioned at the opening, when they want to push the gas, CLOUD9 can bring it. Right now, they are literally just running around eradicating Optic. Stellar, little bit of an overpush there, but very, very quickly backs up. Bound comes, gets his help. Bound goes high. Stellar goes low. They know all of Optic is still around here on B. They're not sure where, so you're going to see Stellar clearing corners. Eco playing slow, playing smart. He's going to back up, sees some shots he can get in on Formal there. And now he's just going to back up. That's all he has to do. He's got Penguin on C steps. I believe Bound is over in red room somewhere. C9's really just here, just very much pushing the envelope on Optic. Optic's not quite turtling, but they are kind of trapped in this area of the map. But again, guys, they are such good fryers that they're really not nervous. This isn't necessarily an area they don't want to be in, but it's not the most ideal area. So they're going to try to push out, get a couple kills. They're able to get a 2-1 trade there. Bound 1 kill, and then Optic's able to get 2. And they just take them down, very much keeping themselves in this game. Down 3 kills, only 20-17 now. And it's kind of a very much Slayer reset now. They're going to wait for everybody to spawn up, and they're going to try to move accordingly. Stellar getting some intel so that the other 3 can try to push up. He really doesn't want to go down there, but Penguin's able to trade it out with a kill on Trippy. Penguin kills APG there as well. However, Formal able to secure the spanker. Fabulous use of spanker. There really wasn't any other way out of that. And then Trippy able to put in enough bullets on Eco so that APG can pick up the kill. But yeah, with Formal using the rockets there, it sucks that he had to kind of go down there. But a kill and a trade, that's 2 for 1, guys. They'll take that all day, every day on Slayer, especially when you're only down 3 kills. Now they're only down 2, 22-24. Catches Penguin and Bound, ready to make a fly at him. And right here, guys, this was the slowest point of the game. Again, C9 trapped back C. They're kind of just waiting, feeling it out, and seeing where they can make some plays here. They find out that Formal is over Pink Street, and now they're afraid that they might collapse on him and go single him out. So you see Optic rotate around. This opens the door for Stellar and Eco to creep up to B, and now C9 is just carefully pushing out a tram. No trades, no gunfights yet. And now they're creeping out rather than being trapped back there in tram. Stellar sees the entire Optic squad right in front of him and then calls that out to the team guys. But again, it's very much cat and mouse right now. They're really waiting for somebody to overstep their bounds, no pun intended, overstep their bounds a little tiny bit, guys, and waiting to pounce. Because again, guys, C9 is up 2 kills. They do not have to make a move. They are very much letting Optic make the move. The only variable here is rockets, guys, coming up in just under 20 seconds here now. So you see C9. That's a mouthful. Try to push out. Bound gets taken down. Stellar top C takes some serious damage. Optic in a good position to try to secure this spanker here. They know he's around. They get the kill on the Penguin. Formal laying in shots on Stellar. Stellar has to back up once again. And now you see a tied game, 25-25. Optic looking good, in control of 2 rockets here. Who other than Lucid to be in control of it? Bound picks up the kill on Formal. And Lucid puts that rocket in. He calls out the one shot. I understand why he wanted to use that rocket there. It might have been a little bit of excitement in the moment. But going back to being patient would have been good there. I mean, it was tied up. They were actually down 1 because of the kill on Formal. Now Lucid's going to push in with rocks here. Now this play right here, very interesting, and I'll talk about it in a second. He gets that kill. Actually, the rocket goes flying right past. And then he's able to get the trade there in the back spawn. Now, Eco hiding in that corner. If I didn't know that this team had such good comms, guys, I would have thought he was cheating. I believe they are in the Astro listen-in. In the listen-in, you can hear them say, we're missing someone, we're missing someone. And basically, they knew they had 3 players. They did not know where Eco was. Lucid very intelligently checks back tram, sees him just in time so that he can get the trade rather than being a one-man down. But as you can see, post that sequence right there, guys, Optic ends up losing a lot of trades, and now they are sadly down 6 kills. They're down 28-34. And again, C9, foot on the gas. They know they have Optic on their heels. So they're just going to keep the pressure. They do not want Optic to group up. When Optic groups up, again, this is what I said. They like slow gameplay on the Slayers. You see Stellar just absolutely flying in. Bound ends up getting the kill on Formal. Stellar ends up going down. But again, Optic does not want to play very fast. So C9's trying to push them out of their comfort zone. Just a very good play by them to really push the envelope here. Now they're up 6 kills. Optic trying to dig their feet in. Spanker coming up. Penguin hanging out tires. Puts in some serious damage there with the Bulldog. Gets 1 kill. Actually gets traded out there, unfortunately. Got a little overzealous pushing out without too much covering over. But realistically, the plan all came through because it led to Stellar acquiring rockets. Bound. Fantastic trade on the Formal there. Penguin picks up the rocket there, gets a quick little kill on the Tribute before he's taken down. And again, guys, keep in mind, trades are fantastic when you're up 4, 5, 6 kills because they just hit the 40 kill mark, and that means if they just trade out, they know they're going to win this game. So what you're going to see here, Bound play very carefully. He's going to aim to get a kill with this rocket and win, and if he does, guys, intelligent play to put the Spanker away. Most of my teammates would have burned the rocket there. Gets a kill there. Gets the triple kill, guys. They're up so many kills now. Bound shooting the bodies. They know it's over because here they're just going to fly at Optic. They're going to keep trading kills. And as you can imagine, guys, as long as you don't go 4 down, this is going to be an easy win here for C9. So Bound flying to the spawn. Overextends a little bit too much here, but, you know, he's shooting bodies. He's excited, guys. Again, he's got the whole team behind him. They're playing smart. Eco goes down, unfortunately, but they are still up a whopping 5 kills, guys. So they're going to wait for their teammates to spawn up, guys. They're going to go in. They're going to put in whatever damage they can, and then they're just going to trade out and eventually go on to win this map against Optic. Penguin just living, putting in damage. Bound, 2 kills as cleanup. And here comes Eco also on the cleanup crew. Stellar kills APG there. They need 3 kills now. And guys, just a very textbook finish here. Again, they know the situation. They put their foot on the gas. They kept their foot on the gas, and it just absolutely pinned Optic against the wall. Credit to Optic, though, being a top team in the league. Obviously, they still hung in. They did not get staked. They did not go down 8, 10, 12 kills like most teams would in this situation. Trippy, nice kill there with the Stalker. But just too little too late, guys. They do end up dropping this map, of course. Great gameplay by C9. Very well educated on their teammate being Optic. And just a great win on Slayer to tie the series up 1-1. Map number 3, guys, King of the Hill on Live Fire. A fantastic map and mode for these two squads to go head-to-head. There are very much some crazy plays here. It's a very, very close game at the beginning. But again, C9 does end up coming out on top of this one, so keep that in mind. Same situation, really. C9 not afraid to put their foot on the gas, and when they come at Optic, they come at them hard. But again, it's very much worth mentioning, guys. C9 played a lot of live matches prior to this series. Meanwhile, Optic was really left to just warm up and try to get hot, stay hot. And nothing really beats real live gameplay. Bound. Let me tell you, the biggest thing about Bound this weekend is anybody that did not know Bound, that maybe wasn't really following Halo too much, they know him now, guys. He had a fantastic show out all weekend, and the way he played during this entire championship, very impressive. Such an amazing player. He did a great job. Trippy with the Heat Wave. The Heat Wave this map, oh my god, does it play a massive role. Sadly, more in C9's hands. Forgive me, I'm an Optic fan, so that's why I say sadly. But all while that was going on, guys, so Optic did secure the OS. However, it led to C9 racking up a ton of time. As you could see, their bar was already halfway before Optic even got on the point. So here they are now, APG soaking up some point time. Everybody getting in position here. Formal with the sniper rifle, hanging out in the back B here. Misses a shot there. C9 just very careful, taking their time, not trying to overextend. Lucid kind of moving to next point. He dropped back pillars to help again for Formal to get the snipe there. And then Optic does secure the point. Now they're going to try to pick up the kills and rotate over. Sadly, 2 go down there for Optic. So now they have the quick rotation. Trippy and Lucid are back there together. Trippy goes down to the grenades. Now Lucid just very carefully trying to keep position and also slow them down here. He is a nuisance for a little bit, but really not long enough for anything to truly become of it. And then Stellar, if you saw on the feed there with the Heat Wave, and then gets another kill onto Formal. And now Bound just locked watching the OS with the Commando. But as you can see, nobody pushing it immediately. Both teams being very smart and understanding how crucial it is. Stellar, again, Heat Wave. Repulses up top to get more shots onto Trippy. Very heads-up play. Barely gets clipped before he goes behind the wall there. Penguin takes down APG and then goes down scoreboard. Just an absolute slug match going for that OS right now. Bound able to jump up, secure it. Not a man that you want to have the OS, but they are able to fry him very, very fast with that OS. He's able to back up, regain, but it's pretty much just cancel out OS at that point. Sadly, C9, again, gaining a ton of early hill time, which was really advantageous for them this entire game. And then huge play from Bound. Bound gets the kill on Lucid there. Repulses up, actually hides from the check from Trippy. So if you saw Trippy there, guys, he looked down tunnel to see if anyone was there because he heard the call out on Bound. He repulses up. He doesn't get seen. He comes in, gets an easy double, and then I believe he rips off another nasty kill here before he even goes down. Bound just being an absolute juggernaut on the map. Anytime you get somebody heating up like this, guys, it's very hard for the opposing team. Again, he's still just hanging out, holding the Heat Wave. Very, very long life here. Secure the easy hill. Optic knows they have it, so they're just going to back way up here and try to set up for next hill. Lou's going to peek out small door. Just such a raw snipe from Stellar there. Amazing snipe. He's going to push in here. They're going to find nearly all of the kills, and there is all of the kills. Lucid spawning back C. And now C9 just going to get the hill. Any Early hill time Optic got. It was not very much here. As you can see, it just a tiny sliver on the bar. C9 moved in very quickly. Stellar gets COD timing here with the sniper, but still very smart. Puts the sniper away, gets the kill with the BR there. Now he's going to move up on this OS. Very interesting sequence here, actually. Pushes up, somebody else flies past him. They get all of the kills. Free OS. Lucid just trying to survive right there. Picks up a kill on Bound. But that's not a problem to them. They're going to go back and try to get the point. Very nice snap there. Burning many sniper bullets here just kind of so they don't get picked up. They're able to get the kill, so Optic stays alive on this hill for a little tiny bit longer here. Trippy trying to live up. They are feeling the pressure, so APG has to come back over to help. And now they're kind of just waiting to see where the push is going to come in. But C9 still very cool, very chill here. They have plenty of time to get to this hill. Optic still not even halfway on the hill here, so they're just trying to push in, trying to win some gunfights, and very much they do. Few trades here. Bound playing very slow, waiting for the respawns on the C9 side. And Bound sneaks in, gets one kill, gets a formal one-shot there, and then gets taken down. And now they're very much going to try to push in because they do not want to give Optic this hill. They still have a very good shake at it, especially with control of Heatwave. And as you can see, they find the kills, they break in. And now Optic is actually going to let this hill go. They're going to attempt to post up for next, but they're going to try to catch them rotating off of this hill. And they actually sent 2 more at it, 3 more at it, which I'm actually quite shocked here because I'm pretty sure in the comms they were going to leave it. I don't know if that was advantageous for Optic. They probably should have just played this one, tried to kill them coming out of garage and sandbags. But here we go on to 4th hill now. Eco all over that OS, just waiting for it here. Bound pushes out here and takes fights on the other side of the map. A silly play for face value, but a very strategic play, actually, because he's trying to slow them down on the push to OS, which he successfully does. The person on point ends up going down, but they do secure yet another OS. Now Optic trying to flood, trying to burn that OS very quickly. But C9 just finding nearly all of the kills. Formal trying to live on scoreboard. They know he's there. Easy grenades in, end up getting the kill on him. And now Optic very much trying to bring the pressure quick. Going down 3-1 is not ideal here, but there is only so much they can do with how much progression C9 has, so they're going to try to just live up, be very careful. But right now they're getting traded out. Penguin in a very good position. Nearly full sniper rifle, only 2 bullets missing. And he's just going to move right up on that point. Now they have it. Now we're going to midpoint. Optic trying to move up to tower side as that's very advantageous. But Stellar with the heat wave puts in some good damage. Formal, amazing job of living up there. Able to get vision on the point there. And now he's going to be very careful. Make sure he doesn't get ripped off top tower. Top tower, obviously better vision over this point. That's why they're playing so seriously for it. And that's why Formal's kind of just chilling up here. He will drop down to try to help out on point as they are losing some of the gunfights. He has a plasma pistol, but I don't believe he chooses to use it here. And now C9, despite all the fights going on, just kind of milking the time here on point. One pushes out, dies. The next one just gets on point. Just very good control of the point here. Penguin wraps around, gets an easy kill onto Trippy. Gets lit up from back tower. Amazing play here, living. Gets the trade there. Just an amazing heads-up play by Penguin because he could have easily gone down there and given Optic numbers, but now it's 2-2 up on the map right now. And with, you guessed it, C9 in the hill time. So, I mean, not a massive frying match. C9 definitely out-fried Optic. However, just at any given time, C9 was on that hill, and hill time, early hill time, can play a very, very pivotal role in King of the Hill games. Penguin with the OS, they don't stand a chance. Luckily, they are able to pick up the kill there. But realistically, it's kind of just fry out, because as C9, with how much hill time they have on this hill, they know they're in a very, very good spot. And then they just get on, secure the hill, and that's it for King of the Hill, guys. Just a dominant performance by C9 on that map. Nothing too special by Optic. Again, Optic likes to play slow. C9 pushes the envelope, pushes themselves on the hill. Even when Optic was winning gunfights, C9 was somehow still farming hill time, which led to an easy win there on King of the Hill. Next up, guys, onto map 4, Strongholds Recharge. CLOUD9, again, goes on to win this map. They go on to win the rest of the maps. If you don't already know how they acquire the bracket reset. In this one, Optic starts off very, very hot, if I'm not mistaken, and then C9 just very much... they don't dominate this one as much. Optic puts up a very good fight, but C9, a fantastic job of just controlling points and really playing the middle of the map here, which is just crucial on Recharge. And again, to get the bracket reset, C9, you could tell they did a lot of homework on Optic, knowing very well that they were going to have to play them because, you know, to be the best guys, you're going to have to play the best. And Optic very much top of the league. Bound with a camo here, moving over to B. He is going to choose to jump up, thinking he has the easy kill on Formal. Ends up getting shot in the back, and they do a fantastic job of eradicating him here. Formal living up. He's going to back up the pipes. Easy kill on Penguin. Very good shots. Very, very good. Rips one right there. We saw this play in yesterday's video, guys. He's going to drop to Needler. He's going to try to help. Trippy's got it under control. He's going to rip Stellar with the shot, guys. And as mentioned, Optic starting off very hot. 35-0. They got the triple cap. The score is just rolling right now. Optic can do no wrong to start the game. You'd think they have CLOUD9 on the back foot here. Formal. Playing smart, watching all the angles. They have them over in pipes. Formal trying to make some good plays here. Hail Mary shock rifle shot ends up going down. And now C9 is able to make the move into A. Lucid takes Bound down, but Stellar able to clean it up. And now they're on the A cap. They're on the B cap as well. The pipe spawn actually worked out very well for them here. And now they're going to go C, and they're going to try to keep the pressure. Stellar, great noob combo right there. But Formal able to clean up the kill. Playing over on top of Active, but he's actually going to move over and try to help out at A a little bit because they have the BC, guys. Very much you see here, when you're able to get the B cap and control whatever your spawn point is, you push the third point because AC, obviously the most advantageous hold on this map. So each time you're going to see them do that. C9, triple capped, and now they are spawning Optic out pipes, which is exactly what they want to do. And here we go. They are moving up on the mid control. They have them pinned back pipes. And again, foot on the gas, guys. They're pushing in, just going for all of those kills on the Optic players. Lucid pushing back elevator. Just gets taken down. Very unfortunate. Goes for the hero play there. I'm not going to say I disagree with it because you see them playing very confident. You need that in matches like this. It's just unfortunate because they just put very good team shots on him. Trippy missed the plasma shot there, doing his best to hold his own, but gets taken down from the C9 teammates over in Whirlpool. Optic now getting on the C cap. However, they lost their B control gun-wise, so now CLOUD9 going to drop on it, knowing very well that they now have them pinned at C. And here you can see Optic is now, it's kind of the first hint of them getting put on their heels. So now you're going to see that 40, 50-point lead start to close a lot. It's going 90 to 65 right now. And Optic very much not panicking, but they really want to stop this bleeding because you don't want to get out to a huge lead and just give it up. They know they have a lot back pipes here. APG gets in. Only one kill. Eco comes up elbow stairs to take him down. Now Trippy, if he can win this, they now have control of pipes and shock. Now they're going to try to hold it. He sees Lucid spawning up next to him, so he's just going to back up. And then they're going to try to get this B cap here, and then they need to select whether they want to push out AC. Lucid knows, or he called out before he died, that only Eco is back A. So I believe here in the comms you hear Lunchbox say that they need help back A because they know Eco's alone. They're going to push the single man over the triple stack. So now you can get this A-B combo with proper help there on Bound. Lucid able to clean it up. Now you have the opposite of what C9 just did to Optic because now they have them pinned C. And as you can see, guys, they want that C point. They're going to push up. They're going to try to get as many kills as possible. And then they're going to push for the C cap while showing some damage over on B. So there's the C cap. Here we go. Lucid trying to be a bit of a distraction there on the B. And now APG, he knows he's the lone man standing. Very much what just happened. He's going to play very slow, though, very smart. He's going to get the kill there onto Penguin, and then they're going to collapse onto Bound. Optic, textbook, only downside here, tied game. So now Optic is back to phase 1, trying to get the upper hand here in the score department. They are, of course, scoring. They have the AC hold, exactly what they've been fighting for. However, Trippy here getting the double push. Luckily, he has some help from Formal in control. I believe that was Formal over there in control. Now Trippy going to play very slow. Being forced to kind of rat it out here a little bit, but no problem. He's going to push over, try to get the flank, and help out the players that need it over on A. However, C9 finding the fights here, able to get on the A cap, and Stellar just chilling up their top glass, making sure they do not lose B. Huge trade there. And now APG trying to sneak up and push the C, or defend the C, I should say. And again, Stellar, as I just mentioned, just holding top glass, guys. Stellar, very intelligent player. Penguin, amazing plays here, just holding his own, and now they're on the BC. But again, Stellar, very heads-up player. At any point can he win a 1v1 at a crucial moment, but sometimes it really is as simple as having somebody very aware and very intelligent hold one side of the map. And he finally gets taken down here by Formal, but again, not without them tying the game, getting back on the lead. Formal tries to stop the scoring there, but gets taken down instantly. Now Optic dropping on the B cap, but C9 now has their first lead, seemingly, of the game. But they're chilling. They know they have Optic on their heels. They secure another active camo. And Penguin on the killing spree, moving around. One more guy back A. He knows it. Right there, easy. He's going to go up on the A cap. He's going to let the teammates secure the A, and he's going to take the active over to C. Because, again, now they have them pinned at C, and they're going to play very smart, and they're going to go and just try to keep them pinned there or take them down there and then force them to spawn pipes, and they will happily take the C cap, which I believe is what you should be seeing here. Stellar with the double kill. So unfortunate APG doesn't get the trade, but Trippy comes out and gets the trade on there. Trippy, massive win onto Bound. It doesn't get much better than that, especially on a player like Bound. So Optic actually ends up walking into the AC hold, which is exactly what they wanted. All they have to do is win the fights, but sadly, Eco able to get the reset there, and all he's going to do is sit there on the point and wait and see what happens. He's trying to gain intel. However, Optic not pushing anything right away. A little bit slow to get out of C there. You see Formals moves up into control. Bound gets the kill on Lucid. And now this is where the bleeding just gets a little out of hand. Bound flying to C. Optic in a horrendous spot right now, stuck in control. Bound doesn't even have to hurry up and finish that cap. All he has to do is survive. Gets on the C cap. Finishes it before Optic's able to get the A cap. And now, guys, it is just, I don't want to say a slaughter fest, but the score gets very, very lopsided here. Optic getting on the B and the C. I believe they finished the C cap, but they're not able to get the B cap. Yup, because Lucid goes down. They get the reset. 30 points away from the win. You got Eco over the top. And now they're going to fly out, keep the damage in. Again, trap them at C. One more active camo, guys. Not much more can go wrong for Optic here. But it's really more what can go right for C9. They get the triple cap here. Optic already thinking about next map. And there you go. There's the 250 to, I believe, around 160 win for C9. Again, Optic started out very, very hot. Just could not hold on. I love this guy down in the middle, bottom middle of the frame there. But, Great game by C9. Just a great job pinning Optic back in 1 point whenever they needed to. And just Optic could not find those fights, the pivotal ones, to get out of those spawn areas. Let's get on to the final map that pushed C9 to force the bracket reset. And now, guys, on to the map 5 Slayer Aquarius here. Only thing I want you to really keep an eye on is mid control. When the team does not have mid control, they are making sure to shoot at mid. And then finally, guys, the Heat Wave. The Heat Wave is really the power weapon to have on this map, and let me tell you, does it play a huge role in C9 winning this map and going on to the bracket reset. Bound, flying top mid, just quick little trade with APG. Eco getting shots across top mid there. It's the fight for active camo. Formal picks it up, pops it. Eco has to watch his back, and then they lose Formal there. Formal sneaking around, picks his thrust back up. Quick kill onto Bound. Very good use of camo here for Formal, playing it very slow, very careful, working around his teammates. Gets the kill onto Eco. However, I believe he does go down here to Stellar. APG goes down as well. 5-4, nothing too crazy, no landslide, nothing too pivotal here early in the game. However, you see Bound get control of the Heat Wave, something I told you guys to just keep an eye on here. And I believe he has a very worth living life here with the Heat Wave. Good shots into Trippy. Just going to play slow, going to do his best to live up here. Does get taken down here, but I promise you guys, we're going to see some plays from Bound with the Heat Wave this game. And here we go, just trades going throughout the map. Optic actually up now 8-7. But again, APG holding one side top mid. I believe that's Formal there. Other side top mid. They know where they're spawning, and they are going to fly at them. APG, very unfortunate stick there. Optic goes 3 down. Optic very much tries to push the gas there themselves. Sadly, they lose the gunfights. But again, if APG doesn't get stuck there, that might go a little different because he'll be there to clean up the kills from the other two. But Bound finds the kill there. And they see the active coming up in another 10 seconds. And C9 just very much controlled a lot of the camo this game. And that played a very big role in them winning, of course. Obviously, if you secure the pivotal weapons, it very much plays a major role in you winning the map. Lucid now with the Heat Wave. Playing smart, playing slow. Doesn't really have anybody near him, but that's not really a big deal for Lucid. And again, C9 control of top mid, but they are all looking up at it. They know they're about to try to secure that camo. They get some good shots in Lucid, and they are able to sneak away with that active camouflage. I believe it is Eco that has it. Lucid, very uncharacteristic, misses 2 Heat Wave shots, but that was a very awkward position there where he was against that little ledge there. And again, Eco, do not forget, he has the active camo. He's going to grab that thruster. He knows somebody's over here, but he does not know where because APG backed up. Just checking every corner. He actually gets really unfortunate timing here because by the time they find where they are, the camo runs out right as he's ready to make the push in. Doesn't know he's hiding on Gen, but able to get a very, very nice trade courtesy of that thrust, guys. And the biggest thing with that camo, if you're going to take away anything from that camo usage, it seemed like he didn't do a lot with it. If you can't get kills and make good plays with the camo, at least get intel, guys. You saw Eco just going around every single corner, making sure Dynamos was clear. And it ended up being a good use of camo since he was able to get the trade. It worked out well. But anyway, C9 up 21-17 now. Bound with the Heat Wave. Need I say anything more, really? Just putting in some very good damage. Eco, good shots across top mid. Optic doing their absolute best to live up. Stellar able to pick Lucid there because Lucid came flying in. Trippy able to get the kill there. Just barely misses that melee there. And now C9 being very careful. Optic is starting to get their foot on the gas again a little bit here. Bound able to get a melee kill onto Trippy. However, Lucid takes down Penguin with a grenade. But as you're about to see in a second here, C9 is going to secure, their 3rd active in a row, I believe. Bound flying again with the Heat Wave, but unfortunately gets taken down. Eco with the camo. Trying to live up here in mid-room. And they know they lost camo, and they know they're going down, so they're going to be very careful. Formal gets amazing timing on it, but Bound with the quick little snap onto his head to finish that kill. Now they know Lucid is solo. Lucid is a man that you want to keep down as much as possible. They know he's back there. Not exactly sure where, but they're going to look around, try to find his help. And now they are all spawning back base. Right there, guys, was actually the back off to make sure the rest spawned there. They knew the spawns were coming up, so they knew Lucid was there. So they pull off, they back up. You see Bound check his side there on mid-map. And so now they know for sure the entire team is spawning back there. And, of course, that's how it goes down. Optic able to nicely push out. Very good teamwork here to push out of that base. Now they're only down 4 kills, 5 now. But Bound just relentless with the damage. Very good positioning here. Drops down, plays it smart, peeks it. Waits for more reinforcements because Penguin went down. And then, of course, Heatwave comes up. He grabs it, and now they just have to hunt them down. Catches him mid-map. APG, that is. Pushes in here. Going to get shot up from Util, but he's able to turn. I'm not sure if that shot hit, but he is very weak there. Lucid goes down. Trippy's still alive. APG spawns on him, pushes out to save him from taking that final damage. But they are down 5, which is a reasonable lead for a team like C9. Because, again, guys, once you get up so many kills, you just have to keep trading. And right now, Optic is not trading. They go down 2 more kills, down 7 now. I give it really 1 more kill before this becomes the landslide that it is. Because 38-30 starts to become a tough feat. And with the way CLOUD9, they're getting confident. They've been confident this whole series, guys. They're flying. They're thrusting back around the corner, and they are now up the 8 kills, which I officially put them in the danger zone. As you can see, guys, another active camo. They're able to shut it down right away, but still, just the fact that they are controlling the map enough to just walk right over and pick it up. It's very concerning, guys. 41-33. CLOUD9 knows what's at stake here. They're playing smart, but they're playing fast and bound. Just a very, very confident player. Sees their trap back there in Fridge. Drops down, 1 kill. Gets taken down, but he puts in a good amount of damage there. But they're going to try to regain a little bit. Slow it down a little teeny tiny bit. Make sure they have all the respawns. Because, again, guys, they're in trade mode. They had 1 or 2 go down. As long as you don't go 4 down, there's really no way CLOUD9 loses this. So they're just going to back up, wait for the respawns, and go back into their mode where they just need to find the trades. 46-35, guys. Needless to say, C9 wins this very easily, dominant fashion. A great way to finish out the series, the first half of the series, and go to a bracket reset. So, yeah, guys, that pretty much does it for part 1 analysis. Any questions about the gameplay, the final, your own gameplay, let me know in a comment. I'll be all over it. I'm going to reply to every comment, as I always try to do. I've been falling a little behind with how busy I've been, but I will get to your guys' comments, especially on this video if you have a good question. But the biggest thing I want to say before I do part 2 for you guys, either tomorrow or Thursday, is Optic kept their cool. They stayed very, very calm. At no point did they seem nervous. They knew they had a whole nother series in the bracket reset to really regain. And you'll see them, they get up, they go, they take a 5er, and again, they just regain and get ready for the next setup. But C9, also not excited. Just the composure from both these teams, guys, was very impressive, and you have to have that to be one of the best teams. So, yeah, guys, part 2 will be coming. This video is already long enough. Questions, leave them in the comments. Other than that, guys, subscribe. A lot of Halo content, 24-hour stream coming for the Modern Warfare 2 release, and we'll be grinding Halo no matter what with Modern Warfare 2 on the side. So, yeah, hit that sub button, guys. Leave a like on the video. I already said leave a comment. Please, please, please. Super thanks. Channel memberships helps out ever so much. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for part 2 or the next video.